Okay, hi. It's been a while. Sorry it's been a while. I know I haven't been updating like I wanted to, or planned to, or said I would. So if you want to unsubscribe from my Patreon, I understand. You know how when you get a break and you just don't want to do anything until you realize how much time you wasted, and then you're like, oh, I should do something before I have to go back to work. So that's me. Yeah. Also, like, my acne hasn't gotten any better, so um, yeah. Anyways, so if you follow me on Instagram, then you know that I have a new job. So that's why I haven't really been updating. Um, Besides that, it's just there's nothing good online, and since I can't really work out, and I'm just so tired and cold, I just don't feel like doing anything. So if there's no videos coming up in the next coming months, that's why. So, managing to get my new job, I did accomplish one of my goals, which was to get a new job before the year ends. It was a struggle. There were many applications turned in from the start of the pandemic to now. But yeah. Also, the people I work with are really nice. I feel really blessed to be where I am, so I have no like gripes about it. But I do wish I could go to the gym and really like work on this as well. So yeah. So being that I can't really shop on cheap undies like I used to since I'm at work when they update, and there's nothing really good on there anyways. I did buy a bunch of work related stuff, so I want to show this for fun because I have nothing better to post. And I don't want to like abandon my channel because I worked so hard on it to get remonetized again. So yeah. So right when I first started my new job, I didn't really like have things planned, besides knowing that I had to bring a lunch bag and some papers and just some space to like hold face masks just in case mine's broke or something. So I had this really simple backpack from when my mom used to work at American Apparel, and she would bring like free stuff, but it was like the ugly rejected stuff. So I had this white backpack, which is really simple and like only had one compartment basically, and a smaller compartment where I put like everything else. But then this became very like hard to deal with because this would be so stuffed with stuff. So it would have like my yeah, it would have my battery bank, which I don't really use, but it's like a safety thing. A pack of masks, and then I had my keys, and then my earbuds, and then it would have like some snack-sized chocolates and stuff because sometimes I would feel like I would be low in blood glucose or something, and yeah, I need a snack while I'm working. And then in here would just be like my lunch bag, a folder with some important papers, and a water bottle. And then I couldn't really fit anything else in there, so that was it. Also, this is white, so it gets really dirty easily. So after I got my new backpack, I threw this back into the washing machine. It's now clean again, but this isn't like the most ideal backpack to use. But yeah, it was good for a good 3 weeks. And then after that, I knew what I wanted, which was a backpack, and a backpack of like twill or canvas, because I know like in shopping bags those were like my favorite type of fabrics to use for shopping. So I knew those were like strong and sturdy. I ended up finding this backpack on Amazon, which was like the style I wanted, which was like that like Japan school backpack style with like these things, the strappy things, and this is like the canvas I wanted. And then it has like a bunch of compartments, so this is like more fitting for me. So I could fit like extra water bottles on the side. So here would be like my shake bottle if I happen to be in a rush and I can't finish my shake in the car. So if I finish my shake at work, I can just put my empty bottle here and it would just be there so I don't forget to bring it home. And then there's like more bottle sized pockets, which I don't remember what I have in here right now. Let me check. So yeah, here's my extra pack of masks. And then I have a bag of forks because sometimes I can forget this and then I'll be like, oh, I don't have forks in my backpack. Because one time in vet tech school, I brought lunch and forgot to bring fork. So I literally had like a Tupperware and no fork. But thankfully my professor was like, oh, I have forks, and then went to get a fork from her office, and I was like, yay. And since that was such a nice gesture, like during the finals I had with her class, I bought her like a lunch set, and then like was like, here, thanks for that fork. And yeah, so this one has like much more space inside, and then you can just like secure it by pulling this thing. And what I like about this is that inside here is like this thing which has a, does it show? It attaches to another plastic thing which I put on my keys, so I can just snap my keys in here, and then I know is there when I go home. I can just like unlatch it, and then there's my keys. And then I have this small compartment for my headphones, which I need to charge when I go back to school. When I go back to work, which is a school. And then it has my microfiber towel, because I tend to need it when my glasses get all oily from my eyelashes and eyebrows rubbing against it. Yeah, my earbuds for lunchtime. And then inside is like this compartment where I can like lock onto basically my paperwork stuff, like my license and some work-related papers. And it's also big enough to like put a laptop if I ever need to bring one, but I don't really, and I don't have a new laptop anyway, so mine's very old, which I only use to watch videos on my TV. So yeah, but it has enough space to put it in and secure it, which I like. And yeah, this is like the main compartment where I put my lunch and my water bottle if I have to. And on the side, there's this other compartment where I can easily just go in and get my notebook if I need to write notes down for something. And then I have my other notebook, which is smaller. Yeah. And then this is my like snack compartment, which is not really full of anything besides my some M&Ms and a battery. But yeah, this one's more like organized, which makes me more relieved, just because I know I have space to put everything and I know where everything goes. Unlike the other one where it's just like stuffed, and yeah, it was hard to find. So yeah, I got this one from Amazon for like $30 or something. It's probably less than that. I think $30 is kind of a lot, but this really does the job, and I like the style of it, so yeah. I dig this a lot. And then like a week or two after I started working, I bought a Littmann stethoscope, since the one I used in school was a cheap one. I don't have it with me, it's in my locker, so I'll post a picture from my Instagram. And yeah, when I was first working, I pretty much felt like a really lost former student. And it's because when I graduated, I was studying laboratory animal stuff, and I really don't remember anything from general practice, so everything went out the door and I had to like relearn everything. So pretty much everything went out the door, and I had to like relearn stuff. And when I was relearning how to like take heart rates on larger animals, I used a Littmann, but it was a really cool one where it's like has two earpieces, so two people can listen to the same drum at the same time. And I was like, whoa, this quality is really different from what I had in school, and I had to just get one. The big debate for me was to like really invest in buying a $100 one that's more for like cardiac related listening, compared to like the general one for like both heart and lungs. And I was like, since I'm not a doctor, I'll just get a cheaper one. So I ended up getting the Littmann 3. I think that's what it's called. But yeah, I got a really cute thing to attach to it, so it's mine if it gets lost around the hospital, and they can just like tell me it's mine. But yeah, if you're going into a profession where you need to use a stethoscope, definitely get one when you know that you actually can use it, because I would see people who graduate and get it as a present, and I didn't think I would need one, because what I would deal with was more like with mice and rats. So yeah, but yeah, since I'm not doing that now, I probably will in the future when a doctor needs help with that related stuff, but now it's just like cats and dogs. So yeah. So anyways, going on with that heart rate and lung respiratory rate thing, I also needed a new watch because I used a Fitbit before, and that's not very good for like activating a stopwatch really quickly. So I had to get a new watch. I knew I wanted a watch, but it didn't really have to be a smartwatch. But at the time I got it, it was around Black Friday, so I was looking around and I noticed that this watch was on sale. It's called a TicWatch, and it's the TicWatch 3 2020, so it's like an updated version of a watch that they had prior. And it basically did what I wanted it to do, which was basically be a watch, but also have like included extras. So what's cool about it is that it looks like a regular like kid watch. I call it a kid watch basically. And then when I need it to, I can just like turn it on, and it'll look like a regular, more like fancy watch. And then I have like, if you look carefully, you can see that I have a timer and a stopwatch as quick buttons, and those are really useful. I just wish that this watch had a second hand, so I wouldn't have to turn it on to like look at the second hand here, or turn on a watch, which would be more helpful for me, but it gets the job done. And it does really cool things, like I can reject phone calls from like robocalls from my wrist, and then I can do things like check my emails, and then I can do things like change songs when I'm listening to Bluetooth earbuds. And then I also have a calculator on my wrist, which is really useful, and I can set alarms and stuff. Yeah, very useful for me. And then this wrist strap did not come with the phone. I got this I got it I got it separately, because this is just more like friendlier to water, because it comes with this like hybrid leather thing. It's nice, but it doesn't like when gyms do open again and I can shower with my watch on, or when I'm washing my hands, I'm more used to this silicone, because I used to like shower with my Fitbit on in the gym and it was fine. So yeah, I don't think I'm gonna wear this in the gym because I don't really need it for heart rate and stuff, but I can wash my hands and throw like water all over it and be fine. So yeah. Also, this feels so much like nicer on my hand, and I can put it on so much faster than this one. And if I don't like that watch strap, I bought another one from here, but I haven't changed it yet. And then lastly, I do have more money now, so I was like, it's time to update my computer. The first thing was whether or not I wanted like a new tower or not. So I was sitting in front of my computer, and then like when I turn it on from being shut off, sometimes the fan really like grinds or something, so it goes like until it like starts to spin enough where it stops making that noise, because it's more like constant or something. Well, anyways, I changed my fans because my tower is been unchanged since I got it, which was 2012. So I got new fans on it. I'll show a picture of my tower, which is kind of old, but it's not so old. But it's old because you can tell, since there's more like CD drives than there are front fans. And yeah, so I decided not to change my tower because I don't want to be wasteful. So my tower is fine. My fans I just changed. My power supply is fine. I haven't had any problems with it. I don't know if it's gonna need more power, but it should be enough because I used a calculator on Newegg and then kind of like messed around with the settings, and I seem to fall under the demand of it because my power supply is kind of low at 650 watts, but we'll see. I do still like my tower since there's like 4 USB drives in the front. I've seen some other ones with just 2, so I'm like, no. And then I bought my parts, which I got recently. I guess I'll show, but it's not that exciting. So if you're like me and you're like a avid online shopper, then you probably have the Chase Freedom card, which is a rewards card, and there's like PayPal cash back for this quarter, and that quarter ends in 2 days. So I pretty much maxed out my cash back for that, and I bought this like almost top of the line Intel processor, which I guess some people would say it's dumb because AMD is more like advanced, but I'm not that big on gaming. The last game I played was like MapleStory, so that's not even an intense game to play. I basically just needed more like processing power compared to my i7, and this is a 9.9, which doesn't sound like a lot, but this is like 8 years difference. So yeah, and the next time I change this will probably be in another like 8 to 10 years. So yeah, hopefully the reliability of this is good. I don't plan to overclock or anything, so this should be really good for me when it comes to processing videos and doing other stuff while that processes. Not that I have a big problem doing that right now, but it's definitely slower, or feels slower. And then one of the big things about having this is that it does not come with a fan because it's so tiny in this box. So I had to buy a CPU cooler. This is my first like second hand one. The one I'm using right now is just the one that came with the CPU itself. I don't have any problems with it, but the wiring is kind of crappy in that it like sticks out a little bit, and if it does, you can hear the fan like hit it over and over again. It's gonna go like tick, 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 until you like fix the wiring. So yeah. But yeah, anyways, so when I got this yesterday, it was raining really hard, and I don't have a problem with this per se, but my box was pretty like effed up. So for the most part, this came fine. So this is like the old Hyper 212 cooler. I basically bought it because of this fan, because I don't really care for RGB lighting, because I'm not staring at my desktop just to look at how pretty it is, you know? So this one's the one that does not have a fan with lights on it and lights up, so yeah. But then like my box came up pretty beat up, and then I noticed like this, when I was spinning this fan for fun like this, it was hitting something, and it was basically that a part of the plastic chipped off, and it was like sticking out and it was hitting the fan, so I broke it off, which is fine. I don't really care because I'm not staring at my desktop, like I said. As long as it works, I'm fine with this. So yeah. And then if there's any problem with this fan, I can easily just take it off and replace it with another one. So it's not a problem because 120 millimeter fans aren't that expensive. Yeah, this is like $33. So then lastly, this box I got today. I'm still missing things to really be able to build my new computer. So if I do get it before my winter break is over, I'll definitely do it, but it's not like a big deal because my computer is fine. And it's this motherboard I've been eyeing. And then luckily I was online looking at Newegg because I was hoping like there'd be like a coupon or something. One thing if you don't know is that on Rakuten you can get cash back on Newegg. So if you do want to buy computer parts, probably don't buy from Amazon because there's no cash back unless you have a Chase rewards for it at that specific time period, or yeah, or any other like promos or something. At least for now and for my situation, you can get 1% cash back through Rakuten when you purchase through Newegg, and then I can also get another 1% cash back through my credit card. So yeah, if you buy like $400 worth of stuff, you can get $4 back twice, so that's $8. But anyways, going back to this, so I had this in my Amazon cart because I was hoping it would eventually like get a price drop, but I noticed electronic stuff don't really do that unless it's like a big price drop. So I was on Newegg, and then I was just looking at the motherboard itself, just to look at the pictures and stuff to get ready. And then I saw that there was 2 listings of it, and one was cheaper, and I was wondering why. At first I thought it was because it was like a third party seller, and then it ended up being that this is from Newegg, but it's an open boxed one. So I was like, hey, I'll buy it. I don't really care for boxes anyways, because I'm not gonna display it and then, I don't know, adore an empty box. So I got, so my motherboard is also a gigabyte. That old one is called, I don't know what it's called. It's like it's supposed to be like ultra durable or something, which I personally am sold by because I don't know, anything can happen, you know. I try to not like generate static electricity, but you don't know what can happen. So yeah, I got this gigabyte Vision G motherboard. Why is it upside down? So it's supposed to be open box already. So I was expecting just a bag and then the motherboard itself, but I guess not. Dope. So this should mean that the SATA cables and everything are in it. Nice. I don't know. I just know this is a really pretty motherboard, and then there's no like RGB lights in it because I don't care for that stuff. And it's compatible with my CPU, so I know it'll work. It also has like a bunch of USB ports in the back, which is nice. And then I think there should be enough SATA ports for my other hard drives in my computer, so I can just transfer those over and use those as secondary drives to like store my loads of crap. So I'll post a picture of it. This is just the motherboard itself. Oh yeah, there is. What's this supposed to have? So I guess this is the open box part. This is the stuff. It should be in here. And then here's the SATA cables for my hard drives. And yeah, so this was like $30 cheaper, so I saved 30 bucks. So the only things I'm missing now is a solid slate drive, because that's one of the things I want from a newer computer. I just really wanted that like 30-second boot loading time. So that's my main like goal, is to have that. I don't miss having less than like 3 terabytes of a main hard drive, but I can just transfer things over now and then use like store all my music on a older drive, so I can like play music through that. It just requires more clicking around, but it doesn't matter. But yeah, so I'm missing that, and then I'm missing my RAM. So once I get those 2, I can start building my new computer, installing a fresh Windows 10, and then yeah, reinstalling everything I need. And then hopefully my Adobe Premiere is going to be like super fast. So other than that, I watched Wonder Woman 1984. I liked it compared to other people. I kind of wish there was more like sword and shield wielding Diana, but I understand why she's not doing that, because like you know how like in the world of man, people are driven to do bad things, but they're not necessarily bad people. Also, I liked Barbara's character. I kind of wish there was more development between her and Diana as friends, because I felt like that was a little missing. But yeah, in the comic books, that's what really like showed their connection, and why Diana can't really like fight her, because she knows that Barbara is actually a good person inside. But yeah, hopefully that just means that there's more Kristen Wiig Cheetah in the future, hopefully. Yeah, whether it be like a, what's it called? What's the Injustice League? The one Lex has? Yeah. So yeah. But yeah, ideally, I probably would want the next movie to have something to do with some other part of the DC franchise, to have Darkseid be more apparent as the main villain, and then the third movie having introduced Grail and how Grail came to be, because that would tie into the whole like other Amazons being on Earth. As you may know, I pretty much stopped working out since I started working at my new job, which has only been like 3 weeks, but it feels like forever. I'm slowly losing my flexibility. And if I were to work out right now, I'll probably be super sore because I haven't been working out the way I have been. But also, the way I have been hasn't been really enough for me to really feel like I've been doing enough to progress in like shaping my body. Um, so yeah, it's basically just me now, like trying to do the best I can at my new job because I'm still like learning how to work everything. And hopefully the gym opens in like 6 months. Hopefully sooner than that, and hopefully I get fully vaccinated before that. But yeah, another reason why I don't want to work out at home is because it's so cold at home and I can't like deal with how cold it is. I have poor circulation, so my hands are like ice cold. Um, and one of the reasons why I really liked having a gym membership, especially during the winter because it's warm there. Yeah, this house, man. So yeah, I'm either gonna shrink or I'm gonna get fat. But hopefully life will start to normalize in the next 6 months, and then I'll get back to more like good content, because I feel really like gross right now and eczema ridden and acne ridden, and I can't really do what I usually did before, even though a year ago I basically left my YouTube channel untouched because I was finishing school. So yeah, that's all I really wanted to say or give an update on. I wanted you guys to have a happy new year. Stay put for another 6 months. And if I'm gone, you'll know why. Is that I'm not dead, but I just don't have nothing to do. So yeah, and yeah, stay safe, wash your hands, wear your mask, and then body roll out.